Hello, my dear friends. Let me tell you, there's a very important mistake that many people make when this happens, and I want to help you avoid it. When he contacts you, there's one thing you must recall. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that reconnecting is the solution. We all have a tendency to look back, to want to fix things, or to revisit the past. But sometimes going back is not the It's essential to understand that when someone from your past reaches out, it's not always because they've changed or because they have new intentions. Sometimes it's because they haven't fully let go of their own past or unresolved emotions. Now, I know it's not always easy to let go. It's natural to feel the pull to reconnect with someone who once played a significant role in your life. But you must ask yourself, what do I truly want? Is this going to bring me peace? Or will it bring me more pain and confusion? The decision you make today will impact your tomorrow. So before you respond, pause for a moment and listen to your heart. You see, when you allow someone from your past to re-enter your life without truly examining your emotions, you are essentially opening the door to the same patterns that caused you hurt in the first place. You may think that this time things will be different, but unless you've both grown, unless there's real change, you could find yourself trapped in the same cycle. And that's not something you deserve. You deserve peace, happiness, and someone who adds to your life in a positive, nurturing way. When he contacts you, don't make the mistake of thinking that just because they've reached out, it means they've changed. They might still be carrying old wounds, unresolved feelings, or even the same toxic behaviors they had before. And if you are still attached to them emotionally, it can be incredibly difficult to see clearly. It's so important to take a step back and give yourself the time and space to assess the situation. Is this the kind of relationship you truly want in your life? Is this person adding value to your life, or are they draining you? One of the biggest mistakes you can make is to respond out of loneliness or a need for validation. If you're feeling lonely or uncertain about your worth, it's easy to fall into the trap of hoping that this person will fill that void for you. But the truth is, no one else can give you the love and validation you need until you first give it to yourself. Self-love is not just a concept, it's a foundation of your well-being. So before you rush into anything, take a moment to center yourself, to check in with your own needs and desires. You are worthy of love that nurtures you, respects you, and encourages you to be your best self. Don't settle for anything less. Don't make the mistake of thinking that reconnecting with someone from your past will suddenly fulfill all your emotional needs. True fulfillment comes from within, from your own ability to love and care for yourself. Once you're aligned with your own self-worth, you'll attract the kind of love that supports your growth and happiness. You are in control of your life, your decisions, and your boundaries. If you feel that responding would bring more harm than good, trust that instinct. Trust that inner knowing that tells you whether this person is meant to be part of your life moving forward. If the connection doesn't feel right, or if it doesn't align with your values and needs, it's okay to say no, even if that means disappointing them or disappointing the version of yourself who once hoped for a different outcome. In moments like these, it's crucial to be compassionate with yourself. Don't judge yourself for past decisions or for the emotions you're feeling in the present. You are growing, evolving, and learning, and it's okay to take time to figure out what's best for you. Self-compassion is key, and in order to truly heal, you must first accept where you are in your journey. The past doesn't define you, but it can provide valuable lessons. When someone from your past contacts you, see it as an opportunity to reflect on how far you've come. Have you learned from the experiences? Have you grown from the lessons the relationship taught you? If you have, then you're not the same person you were when this person was in your life. You have evolved, and now it's time to honor that growth It's easy to fall into old habits, old dynamics, especially when someone from your past comes back into the picture. But it's important to recognize that just because someone returns doesn't mean you have to welcome them with open arms. Your self-worth is not determined by the opinions or actions of others, and you should never allow anyone to pull you back into a space that doesn't serve your highest good. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your worth is inherent, and you deserve relationships that reflect that. When someone from your past contacts you, ask yourself, what is it that I really want from this interaction? Is it peace, closure, or just a sense of validation? Be honest with yourself. If you're seeking closure or healing, perhaps there's a way to achieve that without fully re-entering the relationship. Sometimes the healing comes from within and from allowing yourself to let go without needing the other person to provide the answers. When someone from your past reaches out, it's easy to feel as though you have to react immediately, almost like it's a sign that things should pick up where they left off. But you don't have to make that assumption. It's important to recognize that the emotional space you've created for yourself, the boundaries you've worked hard to establish, deserve the same respect as any external decision you make. The pull to reconnect can feel strong, especially when you're longing for something familiar, but it's essential to ask yourself, is this familiar feeling leading me toward healing, or is it keeping me stuck? We often think we need closure or that reconnecting will give us the answers we've been seeking, but sometimes closure comes from within, not from someone else. When you rely on someone to give you closure, you're giving away. By reclaiming your emotional independence and standing firm in your boundaries, you set yourself up to heal in a way that's best for you, not dependent on others or the past. Sometimes the hardest part of letting go is the fear of what might come next. If we don't take that leap and let go of what doesn't serve us, it's easy to remain in a state of limbo, wondering what could be if we just gave in to the temptation of the past. But trust that what's meant for you will always find its way to you. Letting go is not about losing something. It's about making space for what truly aligns with who you are today and who you're becoming. At the end of the day, you are the one who holds the power in your life. You are the one who decides who enters your heart, who gets your time, and who you allow to influence your energy. So when he contacts you, take a deep breath, center yourself, and ask, do I truly want from this moment what will bring me peace? Trust that you have all the answers within you. Don't need someone else to tell you what's right for you. You already know. Let go of any guilt or shame you might feel about not responding or not reconnecting. This is your life, and your choices are valid. You have every right to protect your peace, your heart, and your emotional well-being. If reconnecting with someone from your past no longer serves you, it's okay to move on. You are deserving of love, respect, and happiness, and you don't need to settle for anything less. So, my dear friends, when he contacts you, note this. You don't have to make a decision in haste. You don't have to say yes if your heart says no. Take your time, trust yourself, and always note that your self-worth is not determined by others. You are enough just as you are. And you deserve relationships that reflect that truth. Trust that the right people will come into your life at the right time, and they will bring with them love, respect, and kindness. You don't need to go back to what no longer serves you. Your future is filled with possibilities, and you are worthy of everything beautiful that is yet to come.